Hola.
Hello, hello, hello. How are you?
What's the story?
It's good to talk to you after all these years.
Oh God, stop. How many has it been? Well, I see you for drag hands down.
Yeah. So, how is Ms. Aquarius?
I'm good. I actually have like 4 days off while I'm in drag on Thursday, but it's a bit of a break.
Yeah. Okay, so you ready to go?
Yeah, of course.
Sure, okay. So, the question I ask everybody to start off with is how did Nathan get into the drag scene in Dublin?
Wow. This is a long, long story.
Go for it.
So years ago, I used to wear women's clothes. I didn't know nothing about drag, so I just thought like I was trans because I used to watch Jeffree Star's videos, Gigi Gorgeous's videos, but like when she was Gregory, and then I used to be like, oh my God, I have something in common with those people. I want to be like a woman. So I used to go around Blanchardstown, where I'm from in Dublin, and be like, oh my God, I'm wearing women's clothes, and I'd wear makeup and all this. And then one night I was at home and I was like, this is a lot of work. So then I used to stay up till like 8 in the morning because like summer holidays, so you'd get up at 4 and then you'd go out and then you'd come back home, blah, blah. And then I was watching it and I was like, oh my God, what is this shit? There was more there. It was RuPaul's Drag Race Season 2.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the reunion, so Tyra and Raven and all were going at it. So I was like, this is amazing. But then I seen Raven and I was like, oh my God, like she is the ideal woman that like everybody wants to go for. Do you get me? She's powerful, she's beautiful. So then I was like, all right, that's what I want to do. So then I start researching it more online. Then I seen season 1, season 2, and season 3 had only finished when I started watching it. So then I was like, that's what I want to do. So then I started slowly going back to just like everyday boy things. So I wouldn't wear makeup during the day. I'd be more focused on let's get good drag makeup. Then I talked to Blonde McGee about makeup. She told me to go get TV paint sticks, and then she was telling me what way to do it. And then at that stage, she had brought out makeup tutorials online.
Okay.
Then I was like, oh, this is it's hard, but I was like, I'll get there eventually. So then I just started like doing bedroom drag at home, and I was like, look at me, fish with my brown bob wig, as everybody sees on my throwback tours. Oh my God, I look like Susan Boyle, bless me. And then I went, I was in college, and I was like, oh, I want to do drag, blah blah blah. But I was in like not like it was a college but had no like societies. Like in Dublin there's the LGBT societies and all this, and there was none of them in this college. So I was just like, you know what, I'll just wait until I'm like 18, because I was in college when I was 17. So then I was turned 18 in February, and then I see the Masters Drag Race, which is Paul's cycle 3 of the show.
So that was your first sort of experience with it then? You know, it was your first sort of, yeah.
Yeah, I'd never gone out before in drag. I'd never been like to a club, you know, like in drag. I waited until it was like the 20th of March or something like that, and then I went out, and the first night Jujubee was judging. I performed the culture singer well, and Jujubee was like, girl, that hair, that makeup, so
So how did you come up with the drag name that you still have today? Did anybody give it to you or help you with it?
Well, I used to have a friend years ago, and we used to joke about how my mum should have known I was gay, even though she did. But from my star sign, so we used to be like, we'd say like instead of Aquarius, we used to say Aquarius.
Yeah.
So then Facebook was being a bit of a dick, so I couldn't put it down as like Miss Aquarius. I had to be like Mizza. So I started out with Missa, and then Paul was like, why don't you just change it to Mizza, and then Queerius is second name. So I did it, and then Facebook accepted that for about 2 years then.
Yeah. So we're the same star sign then. So how competitive would you say you would be?
Not at all.
None.
I'm a lazy bitch. If anybody sees me on a weekly, no, I just don't like. just don't feed into that shit. Like when I did competitions at the start, I was always like, who I'd like to be. Do you get me? I don't
Yeah.
oh, I'm a better queen than this person. But like when you start competitions when you're only a baby drag, you're looking at people and you're like, I can beat this queen, but like that's a different queen to me. That one's a different queen to me. To get me, so
Yes.
like I was like myself on my scale, but these people are in a different world. Like if you look at Pixie Woo, she's like the most one of the most creative, talented people that I've met. Thank God. But like I'd never have looked at Pixie and been like, oh, I could be her because it's just amazing. But then people that do what I do, and it's like, oh, you're gas, you're like high energy, and then I'm like, oh.
So obviously, Pixie Woo was a winner of Ringmasters Drag Race, and I joined the Ringmasters Drag Race in Cycle 5, and that's when I met you. And you were actually in a strange situation. You were paired up with Amanda Love as a duo. How did that come about?
Well, I had done it in Cycle 3, Cycle 4, and me and Amanda Love were both in Cycle 3 and Cycle 4. But in Cycle 3, I went home the second week, so like everybody had beaten me. And then before that I did it, I was like the Pokemon Tracer competition because I was in the bottom 2 from the second week on until I got eliminated. But I eliminated like so many people. Like it came down to one stage. You can see on the videos online that it came down to the stage of where it was like me versus 2 people, and I just did like it was Snap Game Week, and I was dressed as Sharon Needles, but I just brought out like myself in it, and I just like flopped around the stage. If you actually watch the video, you'll just see me skipping behind the two, having like a little ball by myself, and then like them 2 were eliminated. Then I went on to beat 2 more people, and then eventually it was against me and Bambi. But that's how me and Ramis got to know each other really. And me and Ramis did it the same years. So then I met you, then Paul had contacted me and Ramis and was like, listen, do you want to do like a girl group so that way you can come back and you can like bring 2 forces together? Because me and Amanda Love had to lip sync against each other in Cycle 4, and it was probably one of the best like lip syncs for your life. We dropped at the same moment. It was just it was so catty but amazing.
So you're obviously good friends with Chanel, who was in Cycle 5 with you. How has your friendship developed since Ringmasters?
Well, me and Chanel are actually in a relationship.
Oh, right, okay.
Many people do ask because, like, we don't have it all over Facebook, but, like, I just assumed people knew because the posts that do go up on the Instagram and all this, but everybody just be so like what?
It's a good shocker for me. I would never have known that.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Sorry, it was just a wee bit of interference there, but we're back.
Yeah. No, it's like, yeah, we're together like nearly 2 years and all this year, but we just don't post a lot of like it on Facebook.
Oh, okay.
And then Chanel wouldn't do drag as often anymore because she has like a proper profession, proper career. She's a chef now.
Oh, okay. And what about Mizza? Are you a regular performer anywhere down in Dublin that you could tell us about?
Myself, Bonnie and Clyde, Bunny and Filthy Gorgeous all work together on the Monday show. It's called Windows of Drag and George every Monday.
Yes, because I was I done Bonnie and Clyde's interview yesterday, which will actually be up tomorrow night, Wednesday night. So she filled me in on the Monday night sort of situation, which is fascinating.
It's we and Bonnie are like so different, but we get on so well on a Monday.
Yeah. So if you weren't ever in drag as Mizza Queerius, what sort of other profession do you think you'd be doing?
Well, at the minute, I'm a professional makeup artist. I have been for like the past 4 years now.
Ah, okay. So yeah,
I've gone like and done some more like makeup instead of focusing half on makeup, half on drag.
Oh, cool. Okay, so we're going to have a bit of fun now. We're going to do give you a wee warning about a quick fire round. I'm going to mention some drag queens' names, and I just want a one-word answer from you, as honestly as possible.
Yeah.
You ready?
Yeah.
Okay, so going to start with Pixie Woo.
Talented.
Oh, okay. Sharon Needles.
Got. I don't know. mental, slightly zapped.
Oh, okay. Regina George.
Fish.
Oh, okay. Ivana Boogie.
Who?
Ivana Boogie.
I'm just listening. I'm just listening. All I think about is like red.
Red. I remember the big red weaves.
Yeah,
Yeah. Davina Devine.
Fish.
And a fun one, Sandy Candy.
Who? We'll just leave that with
Okay, that's sort of a wee bit of an in joke there with Cycle 5. Well, I had. I'm trying not to laugh, but have you anything you would like to ask Tanya that you could probably catch me out on?
Not really. I just want to know when you're back down in Dublin.
I am going to be back down in Dublin. I've been trying for ages, but I know Paul's doing his ringmasters here in June, and I've made a promise that I'm going down. And I also want to come down and try some of the nights out, like the Monday night or something I've never really been to. Because yeah, I'm too used to my own scene, and I really want to venture down and experience a bit of what Dublin has to offer.
Yeah, you and Penny should come down for a Monday. Monday's our bar.
God, we probably wouldn't come home.
That's what you want in a night out.
That's it. Have you any fears or phobias in drag? Is there anything that really petrifies you that could happen or has happened?
Well, not really. Like, the first time I ever did drag, after, like, obviously being a baby dragon, I got kicked out the second week. When I thought it was like massive and I thought it was beautiful and I went to got a new wig and all this. That's the only thing that like put me off drag for like a little while, like about a year. But I honestly don't really fear it. And do you get me? I'm kept well grounded by like Pixie Will and Victoria's Secret. They both keep me like focused and about like this is how you handle this and this is how you handle this, and then they get me amazing gigs. Like I've performed at Dragged Up the Friday just gone with Tatiana and Chi Chi. So like I have kind of like two amazing people to keep me grounded.
And
then it's funny as well on the Monday, like she keeps me grounded as well.
Yeah. And who would you say if you were in a situation and you sort of your life depended on it, who would you turn to the quickest for advice and help?
Victoria's Secret, because she's a clever bitch.
Yeah. I think Paul Ryder said that as well in his interview. He said Victoria's very headstrong, business smart.
Yeah. Oh no, she has found the light. She knows what she's doing.
Yeah, and and how do you find the more experienced you get? How do you find with the stage nerves before you go on stage? Do you still get as nervous as you did, a few years ago?
Depending on what show it is, like when you go do a dragged up show, you're looking at easily like 500, 600 people that's all watching you. The spotlight is on you. You can't see nothing but like about 6 faces in the front row. So depending on shows like that, and there's such a big show that you have to get nervous or else you're doing something wrong. But like on a Monday, I just like to know what song I'm doing, kind of have a plan out in my head. Sometimes it doesn't go to plan. So not really. The only thing I'd be more nervous about is like the past 3 times I've performed on the joint, I've got splinters in my knees or somewhere. That's it. That's the only thing about when I'm performing is getting injured again.
Oh, okay. And then, how do you see yourself going in the next few years, or if you were to fast forward 5 years, where would you think you would be or want to be?
I don't know really. Like, hopefully I'd be on like Dragged Up or something permanently then, but I don't know. Don't really see it. I'd say I see myself get more polished and being like a regular on more shows than just like a Monday show and the odd Friday one, and then I've done I've done like 3 Wednesdays over the past while. So do you get me? So I see myself being more requested to do shows.
And how do you think the drag scene in Dublin has changed and developed over the last say few years with a big influence from Paul or RuPaul, should I say? Do you think there's been a lot of changes?
There's been a good few baby drags, which like it's a great thing to see. To get me a lot of people, like a lot of fresh talent and all that. But I feel like RuPaul's Drag Race has given a lot of people attitudes about drag. When before I started doing drag, like I researched everything. I looked up everything a lot. Like for Dublin Queens, all about the Dublin Queens, all about like whatever scene you're about to go into, like research it well. Don't just go in and be like, oh, because I'm fish, because I look like Trixie Mattel, oh, because I like this. No, most baby drags nowadays haven't even watched season 1 of RuPaul's Drag Race.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like, know your shit before you go out. And don't have an attitude either.
Yeah. And what sort of, if you had to put yourself in a box of a category, or are you fish, or are you comedy? What style do you prefer to be?
I'd say mental as a fucking box of frogs. I don't know. Like, you never know what you're gonna get me. I don't know.
Unpredictability, yeah.
Yeah, I think I'd be in a box with frogs. Yeah.
So, remind us, how well did you do in the Ringmasters there? You got right down to the last 3 or 4 weeks, was it?
Well, we got up until Michelle Visage. I can't remember what that was. I think that was like the week before the semi-finals.
Okay.
Me and Amanda Love, self-admittance, we were both messes. We were like drinking Goldschlager, you know, the vodka with gold.
Yes.
We were drinking that like it was going out of fashion. We'd get to train in full drag. Like even there was a death week, and I'm sure everybody on the train was terrified. But we had like a good 10-15 minute walk down to the dragon at that stage.
Yeah.
From it. So we didn't take life too seriously then. And it's just a competition as well.
It is. And see now you're like a regular performer, and then you look back at the contest, you think, why did I take that so serious?
Yeah, especially like cycle 3 that I did, and then cycle 4. I was like, God, when you look back on them, you're like, I was a little shit.
Okay, so I think we've covered pretty much enough there. Mizza, is there anything else you'd like to say before we sort of go here?
Not really. I'll probably be up in Belfast soon doing a few gigs anyway. So
I hope so. I hope so. You know what? I would love you to be up here more often. I think you've got the talent for it.
Same. Get me bookings.
I'll have a wee word and see who can talk to you.
Yeah.
No worries. Thank you for joining me today.
Thank you, Tanya.
Okay. Bye.